Scott, it's been a while since we last visited Vancouver, and the one constant here is change. Can you briefly take us through what's been happening in the airport in the last couple of years?
Well, Vancouver's been growing rapidly over the last few years. To June alone, 9 new services and another 3 services this year. So that's made up of increased international passengers and US bound passengers, but also domestic passengers are growing very strongly. So we're very happy with our progress, and we think we'll hit 25 million probably before 2020.
So has there also been a change in the PAX profile?
Not necessarily, Peter. The PAX profile here is very balanced across the various different sectors and demographics. But we have seen a significant growth in Chinese passengers over the past few years, driven by tourism in the main. The number of Chinese-based airlines flying to Vancouver is greater than any other city in North America or Europe. So we're very proud of that, but it's one part of our growth story. The others,
and your growth strategy, I assume, in terms of becoming the hub for them.
Well, exactly, and it's a hub between the Americas and Asia. Vancouver is uniquely placed geographically to connect passengers from cities in China through Vancouver to North America and even on to South America and Latin America.
There have been significant changes in overall retail development here, and also, of course, in food and beverage. Just take us through what you've delivered in the last 12 months.
A significant change in our commercial offer. We already have over 170 different stores and services at the airport. We want to grow that. And in the last 12 months or so, the duty-free offer has increased dramatically. We've increased the range of boutique offerings. So large international brands like Gucci, Ferragamo, Bulgari and others, specific men's and women's fashion collections have opened up at the airport. So we want to match the growth in passenger activity, match the demographic that's flying through the airport now with those products and services which they're looking for. On the food side, Lift Bar and Grill. Lift is a famous downtown waterfront restaurant that has wonderful views over the harbour and the mountains. So we've recreated that here. SSP have done a terrific job, our partners on that. And we've also incorporated that with our in-terminal aquarium. So there's a real sense of British Columbia, the sea life, the materials used. It's wonderful. And the food is outstanding. It really is a taste of British Columbia.
More food and beverage?
We need more food and beverage. That growing passenger activity, also the tastes and the preferences of that passenger group want variety. They want to see more of British Columbia here at the airport. We've got to keep some of the brands, the trusted, comfortable brands that people want when they have any airport experience, but we certainly want to expand the range of local food and offering here.
What else is new?
Pre-Security International, we've introduced Pajo's, a local fish and chip offer, alongside Freshie, a salad offer, and airside in the Transborder Terminal, a new barn shop, which is a Vietnamese offer.
So, a very interesting, rather eclectic collection of a food and beverage mix.
We heard from our customers that they wanted fresh, they wanted local, and they wanted something unique in terms of an authentic Asian offer. So those 3 particular offers fit the bill there, but we can do more. There's certainly some more choices that people are looking for, and they certainly want to see maybe some of the local beer and wine from the region.
There's quite a lot of those knocking around in Vancouver.
There's loads of craft beer in Vancouver, and it's something that we think we're famous for. Stanley Park Brewery is one. It's based downtown Vancouver, and with HMS Host we're looking to introduce a craft brew house using Stanley Park.
Moving on, you are particularly proud of a new development that's happening here at the airport, which is the Sky Team Lounge. What makes it so different?
Well, for that, Alliance's airlines, they haven't had a presence here in Vancouver of their own.
So this is a first?
First in Canada. And we're starting with a bang. It's going to have a wonderful location up above the retail area with views out to the apron and the harbour beyond, and Vancouver Island beyond that. So the guests in that area will have the best of British Columbia's food, a wonderful seafood collection there, a lovely seating environment, but very well connected to the gates in that location. Plaza Premium offer 4 lounge locations across the airport, and that's a pay-per-visit lounge for those other passengers at the airport.
So what then, Scott, is the split between retail and food and beverage in terms of overall square metre?
For Vancouver Airport, the split is 53% food and beverage to 47% retail and duty-free. We think we're a little bit underweight in terms of our post-security space, certainly with duty-free and retail, but we could also add some more space in some of our terminals for food and beverage, where we're seeing the most significant growth.
There's a degree of currency in the market at the moment that suggests that food and beverage is the new retail. Do you think there's any substance to that?
I think food is a major contributor to the passengers' experience at the airport. There's no doubt about that, and we need to keep trying to improve it and adding space for food where we can. But it takes a lot of space, and we have other categories such as duty-free and other retail that we need to cater for. We mustn't underestimate the value of duty-free in particular to the airport's commercial offer.
Let's just focus then on the partnerships that you have here at the airport. I mean, World Duty Free Group have specifically mentioned it's about co-creation here with you, and I'm sure, as I know historically has been the case, that you've always believed in that as part of your vision for developing this airport together with your partners. Just take us through what your definition of partnership here means.
Well, I think World Duty Free is a good example of partnership. Vancouver Airport and World Duty Free have developed an amazing offer here in Vancouver, and the extent of luxury stores, men's fashion, women's fashion, the core categories can't happen on its own. It really needs both parties working together and selecting the best offer. So that's been done over many years, and going forward we've got further plans to develop out the duty-free offer, and that really is going to include those mid-priced categories, some of the lifestyle brands that maybe aren't represented here today, and bringing them into the airport.
As you said, it's not just about World Duty Free, your principal player here. There are some specialty shops here that are also worth mentioning perhaps.
Well, in this terminal, the US terminal, Bench, Eddie Bauer, De Seguel are all new and delivered by the Dufry Group. So Dufry, in terms of the Hudson's offer and the World Duty Free and other specialty offer, have a really significant role to play in developing the offer here.
Let's just bring it back to food and beverage. We're standing in Canucks, which is sensational. It's a great sports bar, restaurant, great food, great offer. Is this the kind of train that you're going along at the moment in terms of nurturing food and beverage here, where you're looking for substantive local sourced and locally inspired restaurants?
I think you've hit the nail on the head there. The Canucks Bar and Grill, operated by HMS Host, has all of the key elements. It's a local brand. It's hockey, which is the sport of Canada, and this town loves their hockey. The Bar and Grill has a hockey rink theme. It's got memorabilia, apparel, which is a piece of Vancouver. So not only that, the food is local, the food is fresh, it's a chef-led menu, and I think we'll find that the visitors here, whether they be Canadian or US visitors, are loving the offer that they've got.
Well, Scott, we've moved location, and here we are at the WestJet pier, which is something approaching 3 years old. And it's sensational because, again, what it does do is embeds a real sense of place here. There's these fantastic 2 columns, each of which tell a different story.
That's right.
It's great stuff.
Yeah. It's a sense of place that we're trying to create here of British Columbia. These 2 monuments tell the history of British Columbia through the geography, but also the people. And there's good and bad in there. And it's a very honest and transparent way to demonstrate our history, but in a beautiful art as well.
It's stunning, and actually it is totally consistent with the other art we see everywhere in the airport.
It is. Every terminal has a piece of local art. a large piece of local art, and that's something which distinguishes Vancouver Airport from most other airports. It was a real first. Many years ago, Vancouver Airport took a bold move and introduced public art into the terminals. At the time, people weren't sure it was the right thing to do, but now, as we look around the world, it's fairly commonplace to see public art in terminals.
Yeah, you were first in field, and also there's another first here because you've got a brand new retailer, the Marshall Retail Group coming out of Las Vegas, and this is their first entry into airport retail, isn't it?
Yeah, we're really pleased to have them here out of the US. They have a wonderful operation, beautiful architecture of their stores, and along with PIer D Lagardère are bringing some new concepts to the airport which we haven't seen before, and we're looking forward to working with them more in the future.
Right now, Scott, the airport's running at almost full capacity. There's a 20-year master plan in place to take the airport's capacity to 35 million by 2037, with an investment of something approaching 6 billion Canadian dollars. First up on the agenda, of course, is PIer D. Will you remain true to the airport's reputation of delivering great facilities coupled with a genuine sense of place?
We will, and customer service is the key element in that. We want that customer experience here at the airport to be second to none and to match what we've done to date. Vancouver Airport has been voted the best airport in North America for 8 straight years, according to SKYTRAX. And we're really proud of that because that's customers, that's passengers voting for that award. So in thinking about new developments, we have to maintain that. We want to maintain that sense of place that Vancouver Airport has. There's a real secret sauce here, which is difficult to describe and what that is. But we try and put that into design, whether it's the colours we use, the materials, the space in the gate lounges, and the commercial and amenity offer for our customers.
So what's the one feature that's going to stand out in PIer D?
It's a very special feature. We want to bring the outdoors in to this part of the terminal. We want to recreate a golf island with real, fully grown rainforest trees in the terminal setting. Now that's going to be a real tough job for us because we have to design the terminal around these trees. The roof has to be shaped in a way that allows the amount of sun it needs, or the wind, or the light. So that's
going to be an open roof.
It's an open roof, so if it rains, it's going to rain inside, and if it snows, it's going to snow inside the terminal. We think that's going to be a really special feature and something quite memorable when passengers depart Vancouver.
But around it there'll be retail and food and beverage?
Of course. It'll be a wonderful zone to dwell and wait for a flight. So we'll have a last minute duty-free offer, essential books offer, as you would expect at that part of the terminal, but also a travel wellness area, somewhere where you can go to relax and maybe have a massage or get your nails done or whatever it might be that you want to have done before your flight, all in this area around this tree. But what we are doing is departing from our normal food and beverage presentation and moving to a food market concept, something that you might see in Granville Island or Lonsdale Quay here in Vancouver. It's really creating that sense of a market.
YVR's mission has, as you said earlier, always been to connect British Columbia to the world. The vision is to provide a world-class sustainable gateway between Asia and the Americas. Will the 2037 master plan continue to deliver this?
The reason we're confident that we will do that is our unique not-for-profit operating model. We're about serving the community and making sure that what we do really reflects what the community wants the airport to be. Now that means that we have to think about sustainable practices of operation, sustainable commercial agreements, making sure that we're managing the environment that the airport operates in well. And that goes to the food operation here at the airport. How much waste are we producing? How much energy are we using to produce the food and drink offer that we have here today? We're working on all of those things at the same time, and we think that's sustainable.
What are your hopes for the next 12 months?
quite simply, it's delivering on the plans that we have today. We've got an ambitious capital agenda and change agenda for the airport. We need to deliver that, but also planning for the years beyond that and making sure that the commercial program, in my case, is set up for success in the future. So there's a significant amount of capital works to achieve the terminal developments by 2020, 2021. Vancouver Airport wants to maintain its highest spend per passenger in North America that we've maintained for 2 years now. And to do that, we're going to have to keep investing in the product here.
That's a fine point on which to end. Scott Norris, thank you for your time.
Thank you.